Hi, this is Karen Malanga with NestBend Real Estate and another episode of House Talk. Today we're fortunate to have Dana Carmichael visit us. She has a great company in Central Oregon called Home Fridays. I am so thankful for Dana because we have so many second home buyers here in Central Oregon. They move here, they purchase a home, they want to spend a little time here. They don't really get that we have 4 seasons. And winter can just wreak havoc on a home, especially if you're not having it looked after. So Dana, can you explain a little bit about Home Fridays and how you help homeowners through the winter?
Yes, I can. Home Fridays provide services for the homeowners that are gone year-round. We provide weekly well checks, inspecting the interior and the exterior of the home. Winter is probably our biggest challenge of a season because of the temperature extremes and the storms and what happens with those storms. So things that we kind of coordinate with our home to prepare it for winter is getting regular furnace checks, one in the fall, and then putting foam vents on the house, protecting the water spouts with a water bib. That'll protect from like a freezing pipe. And then we also recommend cleaning the gutters because when gutters get full of needles and snow and ice, they can get ripped off. So some of this is preventative. The last thing, we look for in the fall is mice coming in. So if you're gone from your house all winter, you could have a major mice catastrophe.
I have a client that had one of those. She took her husband on like an RV trip to the south to be warm and came back and it literally every single mattress the mice were all over.
Yeah.
She had to get a dumpster and they were in the walls. It was really bad. And I don't want people to think that we have a lot of mice here in Central Oregon. We just have a few, but you certainly don't want them in your house.
Or squirrels down in Sun River. I mean, each kind of area has their own issues. The biggest thing we worry about in the winter is, any water damage that could occur from if a pipe were frozen, like if your furnace stopped working. And again, Home Fridays kind of prevents these things from happening because if your furnace breaks, we're going to know within a week that it's broken and get it repaired. And then the snow, in addition, I was going to talk about ice dams because that was something I didn't know about until I moved to Central Oregon. And I don't know if you know about ice dams.
I know nothing about ice dams.
Okay, well, I'm going to share a little bit about ice dams. Any homeowner in Central Oregon should know about ice dams.
Okay.
And they occur with kind of the perfect storm, which we had several from Thanksgiving through, really New Year's. You get significant snowfall, accumulates on your roof, and then temperatures start to melt during the day and freeze at night. For roof lines that are in the shade, more often like north facing, or a lot of the homes down in Sun River and Caldera have so many trees that these didn't just occur on the north facing walls of the roof lines. What happens is the snow melts during the day, freezes at night, it literally creates a dam, and then the next day it melts more and water starts building up and backing up.
Wow.
And it can literally peel the ice building up from day to night, peel shingles away from the roof, or just have water literally find a way into your house through some sort of seam or, opening because it hasn't melted off into the gutters. So just to put it in perspective, of our homes that we managed, we had 10 over that course of a period that we were able to catch early on and minimize damage. Some of the homes had no damage at all. A couple of them, the homeowners were there and caught them themselves over New Year's. I had, I think, 3 in a row every day of water coming in the house. And then what happens is you get a roofer out, break off the ice. If there is a problematic spot that's going to continue to be, you can do some heat tape on the roof line that actually physically melts where ice would build up. But, for Central Oregon, I couldn't believe we had so many. And that's not even all the homeowners that I don't know. So Home Fridays was able to prevent the damage, water damage in all of those homes because we were there so quickly after it happened. But if water kept melting for a month, you'd have a significant, problem with your house and restoration issues.
Well,
So
I never knew about ice dams.
I know. So when we walk on the exterior of the house, we look for ice building up in spots. And then we check interior walls, and look for any spots that water might be leaking through and try to, get the experts out to understand where the problem is, how to fix it, and all of that sort of stuff. So
I think that that's a really good example of why it's important to have someone like Home Fridays on board when you do choose to have a second home in Central Oregon.
Exactly.
I think because we're talking and it's winter, that this is probably the most prevalent thing that's on people's minds when they're away. Like what's the temperature dipping to,
Yeah.
And also things like keeping the cabinets open around the sinks, or maybe even getting a home winterized if people aren't going to be using the home the whole winter. I would imagine it's challenging sometimes for you because you're maintaining a home and then all of a sudden the people just pop in, and you have to know their schedule as well, probably.
Yeah, we do an excellent job though keeping a master calendar of when people are coming, and we prep their homes, which is turning up the temperatures. Sometimes that's turning up the temperatures on their spas, closing the cabinets that were by the sinks, and again that was to keep the pipes warm.
Yeah.
And any specifics that the homeowners want, we do a variety of services.
So if someone needs your help, which I'm sure someone does, what's the best way to reach you, Dana?
Well, our website is really easy. It's www.homefridays.com. We can also be reached at 541-317-3088 is our office here in Bend, and we service homes from Redmond down through Centerville and Caldera, Crosswater.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Karen.
Yeah, thank you. This is Karen Malanga. I want to thank you for listening to House Talk, a division of NestBend.com.
Thank you for listening to House Talk with Karen Malanga. Copyright 2016, NestBend Real Estate.